Hello and welcome to the Creative Consciousness Radio Show on Blog Talk Radio. We are your hosts, Sam and Cabrini Greco, coming to you live from beautiful planet Earth. Throughout our conversation, we will be covering topics such as spirituality, global consciousness, metaphysics, and where you think we're truly headed. We have a great show to share with you today, so bookmark us and receive reminders. And you can visit our website at alltruenatural.com.
Well, good morning and welcome to Creative Consciousness Radio Show here on Blog Talk Radio. This is our Sunday morning light show, and we have this show every Sunday at 10 a.m. And our purpose in having the show is not only to bring spiritual individuals together, but also to provide a platform for those spiritual individuals that are living spiritually purposed lives, a platform so they can discuss and talk about their gifts and what they're doing with the community at large. And so we are very blessed to be here with you this morning, and we're just going to go ahead and send out waves of love to you. You know, let that ripple throughout all of our atmospheres, and let that be our own individual intention with everything we do. Love, love, love. This morning we have a wonderful guest coming our way from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And I was very fortunate to meet our guest, Rose Jabbour, back in, I think it's about 2006. We had an opportunity to be part of a naturopathic fair, I believe. That's how I met her. And also, with the community at large there in that particular area. There's a lot of individuals that are living spiritually purposed lives in Windsor, Ontario. And they meet regularly, they work together, they manifest together, they offer healing to people that really are not familiar with the alternative therapies and alternative paradigm that we're all creating. So we're really pleased to have Rose join us. Now, Rose, she has a name called Sacred Rose, and I really like that, having had the experience in previous times of being involved in the Sacred Rose Foundation. I would like to acknowledge that she does intuitive readings. She spiritually guides and supports individuals. She channels. She does energy healing, crystal healing, space clearing. And one of the things that I really love about Rose is that she does sacred dance. And from what I remember, Rose, in our conversations back in 2006, that was one of the motivating things that she wanted to do. She wanted to bring dance, sacred dance to Windsor. And now here it is, years gone past. Well, guess what? Sacred dance is happening in Windsor, Ontario. So if you're in that region, if you're close to it and you want to get involved with spiritual individuals, feel free to get in contact with Rose Jabbour. So with that, I'm going to bring Rose on to our show right now, and we're going to have you introduce yourself to us, Rose. Good morning, Rose. How are you?
Good. I'm great. It's a wonderful morning here in Windsor. The sun is shining, and I got up and I did a lot of my spiritual stuff this morning and went out for a walk with my son, and very excited about doing this show with you today.
Hey, how about how life happens, huh? When I reflect back to 2006 to now, just witnessing your journey, your personal journey from afar, it really confirms for me how, dreams do really come true. So maybe you can share a little bit with our listeners this morning. Share with them, a little bit about yourself, your spiritual journey, and where you think you're at right now.
Okay. Well, when I met up with Cabrini in 2006, I was just at the the beginning of the opening of really starting to put my business out there, and there was a lot of excitement going on back then. Since then, I've been very, very busy. I've met a lot more people. I've done Reiki and readings and reading shows with a lot more people, and it just continues to snowball without my effort. I am somebody who does do the sacred dance. I have something called Sacred Rose Healing and Manifesting Dance, and it is just that. It's for me to let go and heal and for me to manifest, and I do it every day, and I do it so that I can manifest for myself and for others. And through the manifesting dance, a number of things come forward with every dance, so it just continues to bring in more and more blessings for me. Where I stand right now in my business is that I'm in the planning stages of opening up an actual store, a community center called Awakenings. And with this place, I want to bring in my services and services in the community. And I'm part of a networking group called Windsor Power Group, where we are meeting with people and we are having a separate sector of that group that is exclusively wellness and spirituality. So I am going to be doing some talks in January at the Ojibwe Center, which is a beautiful forested area in Windsor, on forgiveness, acceptance, and shining your light. So I'm beginning that now. I have been doing many, many readings. I've had people come into my home and just love the readings, love the space, leave feeling renewed and refreshed. Done many, many Reiki healings. I clear space wherever I go, and I clear people's space. I do my dance, and I'm starting up a new dance in January. I have done workshops in Stony Point and some in my home, and I've done meditations as well and some Reiki shares. I'm just so excited about life, Cabrini, because I'm so connected to God. I'm so trusting in God, and I am so blessed by God and by all my clients and the people that I know that really, really acknowledge me. Like they constantly acknowledge me. So I am so blessed.
Well, I can vouch to that we feel blessed by your presence here today on our Creative Consciousness radio show. You know, it was pretty interesting. I woke up this morning and I bursted out of the bedroom and I said to Sam very quickly, and I was very much in a fog, you know how you manifest? You know how you manifest? You love. Right. You know, I was fortunate to have a near-death experience back in 1980. And while I was in this transient state of consciousness, you know, that was not with a body, I was told that the only way that you can move or propel yourself in the afterlife is through the actual experience of love. And so last night, while I was dreaming, consciousness spoke to me and told me this. Remember, the only way that you can manifest in the earth any longer is through love. You have to do it through love. Love is the propelling, living, vibrational, omnipresent, omnipotent energy, and each of us are that. What do you think about that? I think it's just phenomenal that we're moving into this state of this paradigm that the structure and the platform is love. What do you think about that, Rose?
Well, you know, you hit the nail right on, because when I dance, no matter how I'm feeling, and everything gets a backseat, the dishes, everything, I go in my room, I turn on my music, I have, you know, my visuals, my stones, and my spiritual things, and I have my shaker, so I'm a shaker, and I just imagine love. I just imagine God. I imagine the angels. I imagine all these beautiful, energetic beings loving me. And the interesting thing is I feel them descending into the room with me. I feel them partying with me. And I really like dancing alone for that reason, because I feel so blessed. And by the time I'm done the dance, there is so much love inside of me and in my room. But not only that, things start happening. Loving things happen in the day. The phone rings. I go somewhere. Something has already manifested, and I'm still shocked at how quickly and how beautifully my day turns out after I do a dance. And you're right, it's based on love, because when you're in love, you are in the element of divine energy that is channeling through this abundance for you that always does. But you have removed any blocks. In the dancing, you just clear and you remove any blocks, and you're in that state of receiving. And if everybody could be always in that state of receiving, we'd be like nature. Things would just happen effortlessly for us. So you're right, it is love.
I really appreciate your sacred dance. I know,
Thank you.
Just from our previous conversations, just how important it is for you to dance. And I live, my husband's a dancer. And we actually went out to Los Angeles this past summer where he participated, and was with groups of dancers. And one of the things that came through in that message, with dancing, if you're dancing in a spiritual form, you really are affecting the airwaves around you because, you're manipulating the energy with every move. And, because you are the source, the source is within you, you're moving that energy around you. And I come from a history of really loving to dance myself. And, I love to dance, but now that I've gotten older, I don't do it as much. I see it happening. But the energy that comes through your dance, and you say you go into this experience of bliss. Is that what I heard you saying? That you really get ecstatic and you really feel that you're making a change in the atmosphere?
Yeah, and just like you said, the movements, I didn't even know anything about it. I did the movements, then I saw them in books, okay, in alchemy books and all kinds of spiritual books. I do the infinity and I do circles. And I had taken Reiki 1 and 2, and I learned the Reiki 2 symbols, and then one day I had a terrible migraine, and through my third eye burst my own symbols, which I use in my dance. And what is happening is I can't help myself. I just get into a state, and the music's on, and my hands just automatically move themselves, but they clear stuff. And if I do that for someone, if I do that in front of their body and around their body, they're just shifted. And I've gone into restaurants where there was no one there, just me and the people that were working there. I did the same thing, and before I knew it, the restaurant slowly became packed. So people are now aware that wherever I go when I'm doing that, I'm clearing the blocks to bring in positive energy that draw people in. And that's the laws of attraction that's happening.
I would have to agree with you. I had this experience once when I was in a shamanic journey, and I was doing Reiki as well, treating, helping, assisting people. And I went to a shamanic journey, and I went to my guide, and I asked him, how can I be a better healer? And I was told to dance. And, I stood there and I argued with him about a dance. How am I supposed to dance, in a room around a person? How that doesn't really seem appropriate if you're working in a doctor's office. And he laughed at me. And he said to me, you dance inside. And, that message, whether you're dancing, physically or you're dancing emotionally or you're dancing spiritually, what happens, I was told in that journey, was that when you dance, you actually call forth your whole spiritual family. And they are surrounded around you, and they work directly with you in whatever whoever you're working with. They bring forth their own healing energies through dance. And to me, so when you're dancing, to me, and you're in your own space, with yourself, you really are bringing forth your whole spiritual family in that moment, and a remarkable. I can just imagine the experiences that are happening with your community.
Yes, and
I've known in advance and how with other people.
Yes, and I'm Lebanese, and I do a little bit of belly dancing and shamanic stuff. But I play Lebanese music, and I can feel my ancestors dancing with me in joy. And we have a circle dance that we do. So I'm just like elated when I'm dancing, and I can actually with my third eye see angels descending down in a counterclockwise motion, and the room is just filled. So what it's telling me is that there is such a beautiful spiritual connection that longs for us to live in love and joy and to be happy and to celebrate. And what I say to people is, celebrate before you hear the news. Celebrate before you get the answer, whether you got the job or whether you got what it is that you wanted, and you will draw it to you.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. That's what love does, right? That's what love does. Now, Rose, is there any way that people can get in touch with you, for readings or to work with you, and if you could work with them individually? I don't know if that's something that you do long distance, but do you have a website or a contact?
I am just redoing my website. There's a lot more new things that I've changed in my business, so I'm in the process of that. When it does come about, I will announce it. But people can reach me the easiest on my cell phone, which is always with me and always on. It's 226-246-4486.
Well, there you go, people. We want to thank all of our listeners right now that are with us and those individuals that are holding the space in our chat room. We're coming live to you from Planet Earth, and we're with Rose Jabbour from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And she's talking about her spiritual growth and the services that she offers to the community. Dance. Maybe if you can tell us a little bit about, the people that come to your classes. Do you have any type of experiences that you've?
Yes, what's really interesting is one of the people that came to my dance. She's a Greek woman, and she wanted so much to meet someone, and she manifested. Like, she kept asking in the dance to meet someone, and one day she showed up at the dance with him. And very much a soulmate, very, very, very happy. And I thought, wow, she did it. She manifested it. And a lot of people do that. They come in, they're not feeling well, and they do manifest the things that they want.
Okay, I just want to let you know for your clarity to come through. Okay?
Okay.
I know that want to call in and talk directly to Rose. Also, guys, if you don't have enough time this morning. But much blessings, much love. Just sit tight, and we'll be right back with you.
While we take a short break, please take a moment and bookmark our Creative Consciousness radio show here on Blog Talk Radio. If you're living a spiritually purposed life and want to connect and co-create with others in the spiritual community at large, become a member of All True Natural Cooperative. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter, and for more information, visit our website at alltruenatural.com. Promoting awareness as a key to harmonious living. While we take a short break, please take a moment and bookmark our Creative Consciousness radio show here on Blog Talk Radio. If you're living a spiritually purposed life and want to connect and co-create with others in the spiritual community at large, become a member of All True Natural Cooperative. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter, and for more information, visit our website at alltruenatural.com, promoting awareness as a key to harmonious living.
I had recorded this and sent it to Cabrini. I'm trying to find, here it is. I found it. Okay. Messages of light. Take up your cross, lift it above your head, and rid yourself of it. Your time has come to shine and reach out. Be tall and strong, happy and in joy and free, empowered in greatness by the Great One of Light, the one that feeds you light, the one that loves and nourishes you, the Mother, Father Divine. Lift up your heads now and rejoice. Live in love. Live in the knowing and giving of who you really are. You are essence. You are love. You are one with you, and you are mine in wholeness. Be humble in heart and mind. Walk now in peace, calm, and bliss, serenity, and balance. You have been resurrected. Your time of strife is over, not needed anymore. Your lessons have been learned. Be here now in full health, full vitality. Live your dreams now. Live in paradise now. The light is with you. It surrounds you. It is in you. It is you. See the divinity that is you. See it everywhere. Your sun, you, is reborn. It is you. It is your sunshine, your light within. It expands in you. It loves you. It honors you. Oh, sacred one, real one of the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars. The world is refreshed, relieved of pain and strife, struggle and war. Be grateful and in reverence, for here lies the beginning of the golden age. Yes, see it, be it, believe it. What you ask for is already yours. Put down your cross and pick up your light, your treasures, your love. Love each other. Dance in joy and celebration. You traveled long and far. You have arrived. You are free. You are free from suffering. Oh, being one. Oh, great being of one. Oh, I am. Yes, what was interesting about the channeling was that I just got a message that I needed to channel. And it was though this flood of information and emotion was coming through for me. And I often ask, where is this coming from? And I got messages of light, and that it was for humanity. So it was just wonderful to be able to share that. A lot of times the messages comes from me just like it comes for other people. And even in the midst of a reading, sometimes a channeling will come through from a deceased loved one or an angel. And it does bring people to tears, and it does make them feel very, very aware that we are not alone. The channeled messages are so beautiful because they come from a very deep place of love and compassion. And I do channel Isis, the high priestess of the Egyptian times. And she does have messages for us to come forward and to be powerful and to be in the light, to live in love, to let go of all of the hardships and the fighting, and to make the world a better place. For me, one of the greatest things that I do in my business is healing. It encompasses everything that I do. And I think of myself as a transformer, an alchemist. When I hear about somebody not doing well, I immediately send them light. And not long after that, I hear that they're doing better. I know that this healing comes through me. It is not mine. I know it is the grace of God, and it is universal energy. And I keep myself as a clear vehicle and in humbleness as well. I care deeply for humanity. I know that this is my path. And I care that people who are struggling, that are, warring, that are angry, I care for them too. I bless them. I forgive people that have hurt me. And I see, just as Jesus has said, that they are where they are. And they're lacking in that love, and they're lacking in that wonderful connection. So I send light to them, to bring them to the light. And for all of humanity, it's really, really important right now to stay in love, to stay connected to the light, to not be drawn into anything negative, because it would really bring us all down. For those that want to have a better life, my message is to connect with God, Spirit, Creator, that has created us, that wonderful energy of love and light and truth. And just be the best person that you can be. You need to be conscious of what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're saying. But being intuitive, connecting, what is the message that Spirit is giving me right now? And I think that people really need to be alone sometimes, and they need to be still and quiet, and also in nature, to hear these messages. Because Spirit is always available. It's whether we can slow down and get out of the merry-go-round of life in the world and come to that beautiful place, because within 5 minutes, you can feel that bliss. Thank you, Cabrini. It was really a pleasure to be on the show and to have the opportunity to share who I am and what I do. And I'm very blessed to know you as well. You have been a wonderful friend.